Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans and every indigenous people in the Islamic State of Nigeria. It is just reaching us that the Biafran Republic government in exile said, breaking, the Biafran Navy has neutralized 9 joint terrorists of the Nigerian army and the accomplice, the Cameroonian government. The Navy force used the Biafran Wonders missile, which hit the maritime border of Bakassi, neutralized 9 of the terrorists and sent them to judgment. There is nothing like suicide bomber. Okay, he's trying to tell this media house that there is nothing like suicide bomber. This is coming hour after Cameroon and Nigeria resume oil exploration. Another breaking news is about what is happening right now in Ekiti State. Let me leave you with a video and I will speak more on it. So this happened yesterday. Over 10 people kidnapped yesterday in evening between Ikere Ekiti and Ijo Ondo states. The victims were in 2 vehicles, a Toyota Camry and a white Highlander. They were kidnapped and taken into the bush. You're not supposed to ask God, you're supposed to ask your country, your government, because there's an Islamic agenda against the state, against that country. So that's why you have to ask your government who is responsible for this kidnapping. This is the 4th time this week that Southwest has been attacked. It has been, now another new information that's getting to me is about an happening in Nasarawa state, where there's been a protest and some Fulanis are attacking the indigenous people of Nasarawa state. This is another breaking news from the Central Bank of Nigeria. It says, immediate effect, terminate the services of the entire board of Polaris, Titan, and Keystone banks. This is the board. They are being fired for what reasons? Because of corruption. I want to remind you of the case of this Edu Betty, the Minister of Humanitarian Service. She's the disaster of the 21st century. What she has siphoned in between 8 months of being in power it's outrageous and alarming. And this lady is less than 40 years of age. I think roughly 37 years of age, and she could think so crazy and so wide that she feels like corruption is the only way out, or that's the way to make a good living. Let me leave you with the figures of what she stole in between the last 8 months before she was suspended. Ownership of estates at Asokoro, that's extension in Abuja, worth 750 million naira. A plaza at El Rufai Crescent in Asokoro extension worth 1.4 billion naira. A fuel filling station in Abuja Expressway worth 1.2 billion naira. Ownership of 4 estates at a metropolitan estate in Abuja worth 35 million naira, 350 million naira. Sorry for that. A 6 plot of land at the airport road, Abuja, worth 300 million naira. 4 estates at the airport road worth 530 million naira. A 2 estate in the federal housing estate in Calabar, River State, worth 190 million naira. 1 million naira Dextron station in Calabar is cost 430 million naira. Cash discovered by EFCC. 2.7 billion in Zenith Bank. 7.25 million in First Bank. 388 million in Polaris Bank. $2.1 million in Zenith Bank. 57,000 pounds in Zenith Bank. 13,000 euros in Zenith Bank. $6,500 in Polaris Bank. We checked for more, including jewelries. This sources from the EFCC. This is what somebody just siphoned in between the last 3 to 8 months, just been in power. If she's just been in power for 8 months and she could do this, this is the atrocity and the irresponsible situation. And she's trying to leak other people that the chief of staff of the president, Femi Gbajabiamila, is also involved with this act that she did. And I'm imagining, how long do we want to go this way? The politicians are so corrupt, nepotism. The young ones that are coming behind are so irresponsible. That is why there's a need for a break of that state. There's a disintegration of that contraction called Nigeria has to go. Another issue I think about is the issue of the leaked video of BBC of the late Prophet TB Joshua. The lady that is in question is not even the biological daughter of it, and she's claiming she's a biological daughter. Here we are here to say the fact and the truth. She's not the biological daughter of the man. Let me leave you with some videos and you can confirm that by yourself, because there was years of video where the man had issue with the lady and he was confused of how to solve it. So he tried call the church member to solve it with him. And I think this is a big part of him. He should have taken this thing by all means to prevent this from happening, but he didn't do that till his death, and she's now bringing allegation. And sometimes the media who wants to just have cheap coverage of some event will always be vulnerable. There has been damages caused to the man's name, and I hope people should learning from hearing from two sides before jumping into conclusion.
I think I will begin to introduce the Ajoke here to you. Ajoke, stand up. So that you can come together, see what you can do, your prayer, and help, okay? With little way. Before now, I thought it's a thing that I can call her in the office, and that's, I think there's need. It's such a surprise thing. I know many of you might have known. She has that, what we call, influence on the people. And it doesn't influence little people, BB people that matter. Let me just take it in a brief. To the extent that 2 months ago, I have to call the commissioner of police. They should trace his file. And they brought the file to me. And there's a letter in respect that I should return him. And I hold on the letter. I will show you the letter now. Because they too feel for me that so much I have given to this one. No, they should put him where she belongs. In the British school, there's a letter there from the school, which this girl duped, stole money. Can you bring the letter? Let us see, one by one. Come on. Open the letter one by one. Look for the letter. This is his letter that he agreed that he stole it. Okay. Give me the mic.
So this one says, letter of plea. I, Ajoke Joshua, is hereby admitting that I stole the sum of 41,000 francs from... This was a very criminal act, and also something that should have never been done at all in the first place. I was tempted by the money, and I do not have any idea of what prompted me to do this. I am so sorry, and I promise that in my whole entire life, this will never happen again. Please do not suspend me. I am sincerely sorry. Ajoke, God's will, Joshua.
Yes, more other letter there. Apart from that, you come on.
This one says, Ajoke God's Will Joshua. Dear School Board, this is Ajoke God's Will Joshua writing to you again. I just want to say that I am sorry in sincerity and humility of mind. Please find a place in your heart to forgive me. I would like to plead my case to be treated calmly. I would please like my case to be treated calmly, although I know that I pulled myself into this drowning mud. Kindly forgive me and do not let my parents know about this.
It's a different one.
This says, to Prophet TB Joshua, the Synagogue, Lagos. We wish to bring to your notice formally this incident of theft perpetrated by Ajoke God's Will Joshua here in school. The school management has dealt with it by giving her a suspension and consequently her being put in isolation. It is a 3 school days suspension and she is allowed no visitors except her house parent or form tutor who will give her some classwork to do. We wish to assure you of our desire to keep her in school and to help her in various ways to reform and change her for the better. We are of the opinion that taking her out of the school to another place could rather compound the situation and allow this habit to go on. But being in one place, getting the needed help from counselors, both spiritual and temporal, would be a great extent about the needed results. We acknowledge the fear you have of your name being tarnished, but this we assure you once again, it is being cautioned and we would not allow it to spill over. We've spoken to your delegation and given them a copy of the letter of plea, as well as the statement of acceptance of wrong doing written by her, which clearly indicates her being sorrowful for the situation she has created and her remorse for it. We will continue to support you in every way possible and be grateful for vice versa. God bless you. Gareth Jones on behalf of the academic team.
You listen to that? You listen to that?
Ajoke God's Will, an undertaking. This undertaking is to soberly express my grief concerning
That
the
is
recent...
the second undertaking in the same school. Second undertaking, don't worry. So after they wrote this letter to me, to them, because nobody ever know, they thought it's my biological child. I now show them the day we found her. This is a letter from the police, from the government. When she was a baby, I took her to the police station and they were telling me, please, why can't you take care of this? Nobody will be able to take care, adopt her. And I find this little, let her live with us.
I think I've been able to convince you that a lot has to be learned about this issue of Pastor, the late Prophet TV Joshua, on this lady called Ajoke. You can see that there has been allegation against her when she was even young. This video was many years video that was dug out. It shows that this lady was actually a notorious person. All right, thank you for tuning in.